So let's say I have a directory. So let's make a directory, I don't know, there. And how do I check if it's a directory? Well, in the shell, you can easily do test the dir and then use the condition, right? And if it's a file, -f, right? But how do you do that? How do you do that in C? Well, as far as I know, there are two ways of doing it. So there's a portable way, which is to use stat. So let's say the first argument is the directory or file, and then we'll just do stat, right? And directory, which is the first argument, pass the stat, and oh, I guess we'll error check it. So stat returns non-zero if it errors. So, and yeah, we can access it with stmode, I think. So you have s, and then you have all the options here. And usually you want to know is there, and do is there. So if this is non-zero, it's a directory, and if it's a regular file, you know, it's isreg, right? But there's another way of doing it without needing to call stat. If you have already opened a directory, so let's say I'm opening this current directory. So let's say, I don't know, let's get the pwd. Oh my, unistd. Call to undefined. Wait, why am I asserting it? But let's open the current directory, let's say. So let's say we have already opened a directory. Well, let me open a directory first. And then check if it succeeds. And let's say, you know, we're going to read that directory. So there we have so we'll make the entry pointer, and let's read the thing, right? So readder, let's open the directory dp. So we're gonna loop the entries, right? And now we have access to, you know, the entry, right? And we have dino, dname, doffer. But what's important here is dtype. In GNU, you can actually use dtype to check the type of file or entry, right? So we can do switch, or you know, if else or something. But you can do switch because it's a, I guess, an enum or something. Is an integer, right? So we can do d, was it, it's dt, I think. Yeah, dt. So dt reg for regular file, dt what's it, dir for directory. And so if you are already opening a directory, you can use this without needing to like open stat or use stat to like check if it's a regular file or a directory. And as you can see, it shows me an error here because it's a GNU extension, or well, I guess let's see after this, but we need to define GNU source. That is if you're using glibc, right? But yeah, now it shouldn't It shouldn't show any errors. But let's look at it, I guess. So here we can see the manual. I couldn't find the man page, but so you can check if it exists by using this macro. So you can use underscore didn't have the type, use an if def, and if it succeeds, or if it evaluates to true, then you have the d type thing. But otherwise, you will need to call stat, where you can't use a switch. So